Right, it looks like we are live. I'm going to check on my phone here. There we go. We are live. Hey, Carmen. So as you come on, please post a comment so that I can see that you're here. And let me know in the comments before we get started. Do you want to create an exceptional life? Because that's a choice, right? It's a choice to want to create an exceptional life, a life that's above and beyond whatever you think of as typical or normal, right? So perhaps an exceptional life for you is tied to the way you live your life, the lifestyle, the career, and also the contribution that you make in the world, the difference that you make in the world. So I want to hear from you. Do you want to create an exceptional life? And if you do, this live is for you. So I am fired up today and so happy to be here with you. I want to welcome those of you who are new to the group. This is Manifest Your New Mindset. I'm Jessica Perez-Beebe. I am the host of this group. I'm the creator of the Get Set Method, and I am a success coach for entrepreneurs and achievers. Basically, anybody who wants to create a big change or transformation in their life and is ambitious enough to go after it, I am the person that really helps you to manifest that lifestyle. So today's topic is all about personal responsibility. That is the number one requirement for living an exceptional life. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you want to live an exceptional life, this is the one thing that you have to master. This is the dividing line that I have seen in my experience of 15 plus years as a coach and just 42 years alive, right? That sets those who are living an exceptional life, and whatever that means, making a contribution, living in excellence, living the life that they actually want to live, not settling for less, right? Those people take personal responsibility for everything, every aspect of their life. So think about something right now that you're currently involved in, that you've signed up for, or that you're paying for. Even something that's possibly free. And ask yourself this really honest question. Are you taking ownership of it? Are you taking personal responsibility and ownership of whatever program you're in, of whatever course you're taking? Maybe you're enrolled in a class, maybe you're in school, maybe you have a coach, maybe you're one of my clients, right? But ask yourself honestly, are you taking personal responsibility for the results that you get? Or are you expecting the program? Are you expecting the person to make it happen for you? And I'm pausing because I want you to really think about that. It requires an honest assessment, a real, unbiased look at yourself. I've had to ask myself this question certain times in my life. Am I taking full responsibility for the results that I get in whatever it is that I am doing right now? Whatever coach I have, whatever program I have, whatever class I'm enrolled in? Or am I waiting for someone to make it happen for me? Because here's the truth. No one or nothing, no book, no class, no video, no program, no degree, right? No four-year college degree, nothing like that. And certainly no person can make something happen for us. No one can take responsibility for my success or failures but me. And no one can take responsibility for your success or failures but you. And when you own that, that's when you have your power, right? When you own that you're responsible for your successes and you're also responsible for your failures, that's a great place to be. because then you're not waiting on somebody else to make something happen for you. You're also not in that self-destructive, self-sabotage blame game. Manifesting what you want has so much to do with this: where you're putting your focus, where you're putting your attention, where you're putting your energy. Look at the results that you're getting in a specific area of your life that means something to you. And whatever result you're getting is an indication of where you're putting your focus, where you're putting your energy. And you can shift that at any time. So if you're in a program, if you have a coach, if you're in a class, if you're in a job, right? Anything that you're in, recognize, and this is being a leader, this is being the CEO of your company, being the CEO of your life. You are the CEO of your life as an adult. Recognize that whatever you are a part of, right? A person or a program, even a book, can provide guidance, can advise you, can provide the steps, can provide the clarity, but you've got to do the work. The work begins and ends with you. And it's the physical work, and it's also the internal work, right? So there's the internal work, there's the external work. You know, one thing that one of my mentors always says is that your success in life will never exceed your personal development. So that means the internal work. We can only go so far in our professional success, in our personal success, in our relationship success, right? In our ability to be happy and fulfilled and prosperous. That's limited by how much personal development we're doing. You know, where have we hit the wall? And if you find yourself where you feel like you've hit a wall in your career, in your relationship, in your personal life, in your health goals, whatever that is, there's some personal development work to be done there. And that's where a mentor or a coach or someone like myself or anyone else out there who does this type of work of really supporting people in getting past blocks and taking action. That's often what people are missing, is taking purposeful action. That's when that kind of support comes in. But hear me on this. You are still the one responsible. And I know you get this, right? We're grown-ups, but people often forget this. You get into the day-to-day grind, right? And what I find is that when someone is not taking responsibility, right? It's like the program doesn't work, you don't work, this is for them, not for me, right? When you get into that blame game, it's you've got to step back and do some of the internal work, right? Because it all starts with our mindset. It all starts with what we believe. What we believe is what we believe about ourselves, what we believe is possible for ourselves, right? So ask yourself that now. If you have a certain goal right now, I want you to think about this. Even write it down. Write this question down. What do I believe is possible for me as it relates to this specific goal? What do I actually believe is possible? You might be surprised by what you come up with when you start to write this down and let it free flow, right? You might be surprised that you actually don't believe whatever it is you're trying to accomplish is possible for you. And that's very insightful. And one of the things that I would recommend is that perhaps you back up and focus on what you do believe is possible, because now this is a manifesting piece. This is a law of attraction piece. And actually I had a conversation with someone today. I'll share just a little piece of this without giving too much detail. But we were talking about what this person's vision was, right? And she has a business, a new business. And she started to say, you know, that she really wanted her business to be a $3 million business, right? To hit the $3 million mark. But then she quickly said, but I don't believe it's possible. I don't see how I can do that. And so what I advised her to do was step back a little bit and focus on a number that doesn't feel impossible for you. And so for her at that point, it was 300,000. And the reason I had her do that, it's not that you downgrade your vision or your goal, okay? It's not that at all. But what you learn from law of attraction, manifesting, in the teachings of Abraham, which is the foundation of how I infuse law of attraction into my work, is that whatever you focus on is going to be what you attract. So if she's focusing on the fact that she can't attract $1 million, or that that's not possible for her, right? If she's focused on that and she's made that her goal, but at the same time, she doesn't believe she can achieve her goal, she's attracting more of that inability to manifest it. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you pull back and say, okay, well, I actually do believe I can manifest this thing, then you start there, because it puts your mind in a positive flow, right? There's no block. Can't you feel that just energetically, right? Energetically, when you shift to, okay, I can see how I can make this into $300,000. You know, I can feel that being able to manifest for this business. That's a great starting place. Then once you're in that flow, right, you're able to attract that possibility. Then you're able to start upgrading your belief, what you believe is possible. So that's a little bit of an aside to what we're talking about personal responsibility for an exceptional life, but it's not. This is what I want you to understand. I want you to understand that the laws of attraction are so tied into this, because it's so simple. It's so simple, but sometimes so easy to miss, is that wherever you're putting your attention and whatever kind of feelings they're creating for you. So if you're creating feelings of this is possible, then you open up the energy and more of that is able to be attracted for you, right? But if you're stuck in focusing on things that are giving you tension and you don't feel like it's possible, or it's making you feel down, or it's making you feel angry, if you stay in those feelings, you attract more things in your life that make you feel angry or down. That's why people say when it rains, it pours. Well, it's because of all of the negative things you're focused on. It's impossible to attract positivity or positive results in your life when you're focused on what's not working, or you're focused on something you don't believe. Energetically, it's a block. Energetically, it's a block. So when we weave this back into personal responsibility, it comes down to you are responsible for what you're manifesting. And you get what you focus on, whether you want it or not. Okay, write that down. You get what you focus on, whether you want it or not. So the reason I love the law of attraction is it never lets you down. It truly never lets you down. I have created so many changes and transformations in my life, and I've seen it happen for other people that I've supported. So it doesn't matter where you are now. It doesn't matter where you were then or what you did or did not know. You have the power to change direction and to change the energy flow based on what you focus on. That's part of taking personal responsibility. I'm reminded right now of when I decided that I wanted to be in a physique competition. It was a personal goal I set for myself. My background was in fitness for a long time. And so it was a personal goal I set for myself because I had actually let my weight, I was gaining weight, and I had let my health take a backseat to the fitness business that I was building, believe it or not. That happens sometimes. And so I decided if I set this goal, I knew that I would take full responsibility and I would achieve it. So I hired my coach, paid a lot of money for this coach who is really gifted in this area. In fact, I actually think he was undercharging. I'm one of those people who likes to pay for a high-end coach. Seriously, if somebody is undercharging, or if somebody is not charging a lot for their services, I just feel like they don't value themselves. They don't see their self-worth. And because my leadership and self-worth and confidence is up here, I don't see how that person is going to be able to lead me. I'm just sharing that, right? So I don't have that scarcity mindset of I'm looking for the cheapest person. I'm not doing that because I know that there's a disconnect between what that person can actually manifest. So anyway, when I had my coach, and he put me on this crazy program that was going to get me these amazing results, right? I didn't expect him to do the work for me, right? And I also didn't expect him to check up on me constantly to make sure I was doing the work. So he gave me the program, he gave me the meals, he gave me everything else that was needed, but it was up to me to do it, right? It was up to me to execute it. So when I stepped on that stage and I won first class in my age group, and I forget, second place in the whole event, it was because I did the work. It was because I did the work. And if I had completely bombed, right, and just, ended up in last place, it wouldn't have been my coach's fault. It would have been based on the work that I did or did not do. So what I'm trying to share, the point that I'm really trying to get across is that nothing works if you don't work it. Does that make sense? So to create an exceptional life, you've got to start with, what can I take responsibility for, right? So if you're stuck somewhere, ask yourself, what am I not taking responsibility for? Who am I still blaming, right? Who am I still blaming? What am I still blaming? What am I ashamed about, right? So there's things there that you've got to take responsibility for if you want to create that breakthrough, right? And so until you take full ownership of everything in your life, you'll never be able to create the success that you want in the ways that you want it. You won't have that exceptional life, right? That's a way of self-sabotaging. Don't sabotage yourself. Life is short. Life is right now. This is one of the reasons I started this group, right? Many of you know that my mom was killed suddenly in a car accident when she was just 45 and I was 27. That was like a wake-up call for me. It's like, wow, life is that sudden. Life and death is that sudden. Life as we know it. There may be other lives, that's not for this conversation, but if I want to create an exceptional life in this lifetime, I've got to wake up. This is for me personally. I've got to get out of the crappy environment that I was in, hiding behind, excuses of what I could and couldn't do based on how I was raised. I had to stop hiding. I had to stop playing small. I had to get out of negative situations and influences. It was a wake-up call for me to take responsibility in every single area of my life. And so this could be a wake-up call for you, or it could be a gentle reminder. It could be a gentle reminder that perhaps if you're not getting the result you want somewhere, then it's time for you to take some responsibility. So I'm going to look here on the phone and see if I have any questions or comments. Hi. Nothing works if you don't work it. That's right, Annette. Hi, Daniela. Awesome. Anybody have any declarations that you want to make about the exceptional life that you want to create? And what I mean by that is put out into the universe, tell people, type it out, let people see what is something exceptional you want to create in your life. That's going to increase your ability to manifest it. It's energy, right? So I invite you right now, Type in the comments, what is something exceptional that you want to create in your life? And share it here so that we can support you in that, and so that I can support you in that. I love to hear what people are up to and what their dreams are. Okay, so I am here every Thursday. Today, the time changed a little bit, but we'll always post the time. It's typically at 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Eastern, but today we're early. Because I'm traveling, and so things are a little bit out of sorts, but that is the time. So mark your calendars and share in the comments, what's the exceptional life that you want to create? Okay, I will be back in the thread later on to answer any questions and to see any comments. Thank you for being here live with me. If you're new and you have not signed up for my free, it's right in the pinned post, go to the link. And it's a free 3-step training that I do, 3 short little videos on how to manifest what you want, okay? So go ahead and click that. There's also a 30-day journal challenge that you can take to start manifesting whatever it is that you want. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.